Hey guys, it's Casey. 2 videos in one day, same clothes, but I'll post it tomorrow. So I am here with a haul from Scoopable Tart Wax. So for those of you guys, I didn't unwrap it because I like to show you guys exactly how it comes. First of all, the box looks really pretty, like unmarred. Anyways, so Scoopable Tart Wax is Jenny from Rose Girls' mom. And I gather she like kind of started the Scoopable Wax Tart game, or was one of the very first people. This is how it comes. Is one of the very first people to do it. And then she retired. Jenny has sent Scoopables before in like big kahuna boxes and things. She doesn't normally pour them, but she's very beloved in the community, this Kathy person. I was not in the wax game when she was around or when she retired, so I have never tried her wax, but there are people posting in her group that say like, I still have your stuff and I'm so glad you're back and you have such great stuff and everything. So of course, like, that made me want to buy. So I purchased, and I felt like this, like I ordered maybe mid-January, and it came like really quickly. I'm looking to see if there's an invoice. I don't see one, which is fine. I don't need an invoice. But it was a really reasonably priced, and so I just want to show you guys what I got. I really love Scoopable Wax. I know that it's messy, and that's okay with me. I am fine with messy Scoopable Wax because the performance in my home with my warmers, particularly Scentsy warmers, particularly lower wattage warmers, Scoopable Wax does amazing. You don't have to use hardly any. The throw is really great. The longevity is really great. So I really love Scoopable Wax, even though it's like a pain to scoop out and a pain to clean up. So I'm really glad that this exists, and so I'm gonna try it out and let you guys know. So the first thing I got is a sample. I always love samples. If you go into wax groups, like there's such a divided community about samples, like are they required? Like it's such a nice thing. I feel like vendor wax so often comes with samples that it almost is a requirement, in that like if 10 of your vendors give you a sample and one doesn't, it does kind of feel like you get shortchanged by the one. Like, I don't know, it just does. Like, you can say what you will. I don't require in any way samples, but I can tell you, like, for example, I was melting a sample today that I put immediately in my must purchase book that I have because it was that amazing. So I do base some of my purchasing on samples. One of my very favorite blends from a vendor I got from just a sample, and now I have bought loaves and loaves and loaves of it. So it does influence my purchases. So that's just food for thought. So this one is Granny's House, and it is in like a super scoopable form, and it's a woodsy scent with apples, ginger, and cinnamon. Oh, this is really nice. So to me, it smells like leaves, apples. I really don't get a lot of cinnamon, honestly. It smells a little bit like Autumn Road Trip, with a lot more apple in it. And if you guys know from Scentsy, Autumn Road Trip is one of my very favorite. So these are wrapped so nicely, like individually wrapped, which takes like a really long time. So I very much appreciate that, especially because of all of the wax types. It seems like Scoopable Wax is going to be, in my opinion, probably the most hardy. Like it doesn't really damage very easily because it's like, in these like plastic things, whereas it's like not in just like some little poly bag or whatever. So to individually wrap this stuff is just a labor of love. So it looks like that sounds right, that I got about six scoops, and I know she's already started a list for, I think her next thing is a ready to ship, and I think it's next week. I am going to try and be good. I have told myself that this is one of my like wax problems, is that I order wax, especially from new vendors, and I smell them and I'm like, oh my God, this is amazing. I need to order more, before I even really see about like performance and like, you know, if I really even like the wax. So before I go buy more Scoopables, even though I really love Scoopables, I am going to melt some of these things. I am happy to see that one is green because I have a green week coming up. So let's start there. This one is Watergate Cake. And it is birthday cake, Watergate salad, and pineapple. And I should have known this. It is very cherry. Now, to me, Watergate salad doesn't taste this cherry. I don't really like a cherry scent. The pineapple is very nice, though. It is very like juicy pineapple and not very artificial flavor smelling. But the cherry is very overpowering. So we shall see. I don't smell a lot of the birthday cake. Oh, please. Okay. Well, I'm finally back. Okay, so I had just finished the sample and one of the scoops. I have 5 more scoops to go. So the next one is called stuffed strawberry wafers, which is vanilla wafers, strawberry jam, and cream cheese frosting. And this one smells really good. So the vanilla wafers oil sometimes can read almost a little bit too artificially sweet, like almost like processed, you know? But this one mixed with the strawberry, and I think because it's the strawberry jam, it just makes it so much better. It's really good. I can say, having sniffed through some of these now, that I'm surprised at how strong the scoop smell is, because a lot of times with almost any other vendor, like sometimes you have to kind of dig into the wax to really smell it, if that makes sense. Like you can't really smell it on cold the way that you can other kind of scents, but this I can smell very strongly. So this is the next one. It's Berry Lovely Bread, Wild Berry Lemon Cookie, Baked Zucchini Bread, Blackberry Jam Cookie, and Strawberry Smoothie. So this is very heavy actually on the blackberry and wild berry. It almost reads blueberry, but you do get that zucchini bread that can kind of read kind of corn chip. I don't get any lemon. Mostly I'm getting wild berry, blackberry, and zucchini, which smells really good. It kind of smells a little, like I said, a little blueberry. It's actually super strong. Like I'm surprised at the like texture, still having such scent, I guess, if that makes sense. This one is Bewitched, Tea and Cakes, Sweet Lavender, and Marshmallow Smoothie. And this one is excellent. So the Tea and Cakes oil to me is a little confusing because most of the time it does smell like kind of like tea and cookies a little. But this makes it smell almost like body care. Like a little, I guess it's the lavender that's like leaning, like making, like really transforming, I guess, that Tea and Cakes into kind of almost like a perfume note with a little hint of lemon. And kind of a berry note with some green, like lavender. I don't get a lot of the marshmallow, but it is creamy smelling. So that one is really interesting. Bewitched, like it definitely transforms into it's like a completely different scent from all of those separate oils. Last two. Cool Beans, which is peppermint, sweet lavender, and vanilla bean Noel. And this is really good. It's definitely like that Rose Girls peppermint, which is like nose clearing sweetness, which I love. It is really good. The peppermint that they use is so good because it is like bright, like zingy peppermint, but with like enough sweetness and creaminess that it's like not too sharp, if that makes sense. Oh, it's beautiful. I don't get I get kind of the very back lavender. It kind of reminds me of the lavender that's in, you know, that Johnson & Johnson like bedtime bath, that purple shampoo lavender, just like, but it's at the very, very back, like almost like they just put a dollop in, like a dollop of oil, very light. And then the Vanilla Bean Noel kind of gets lost in just creaminess, which is absolutely fine. This is also really, really a nice scent. And then the last one is called Puff the Magic Dragon, which is clean cotton, marshmallow smoothie, and beechwood vetiver. Oh, I love it. Oh, it's so good. Okay, so beechwood vetiver to me can sometimes almost read masculine, but in this it is very, very like full wood, like not too masculine smelling, if that makes sense, like mostly just woods without kind of that almost like cologne or body wash kind of scent. It's like just the wood note, which is really nice. It's interesting. So clean cotton has a very like, what I would like categorize as like a very like wet laundry smell, like almost detergent-y smell. But I don't get that. This is like mostly the wood and maybe some sweetness from the smoothie. I don't smell clean cotton, but that's like totally fine. This is mostly beechwood vetiver, but like so gorgeous, so gorgeous. So I would say the only one that I'm a little hesitant on is the Watergate salad because it has that like cherry note, and that's kind of on me really, because when it said Watergate salad, I was like, well, I mean, I know what Watergate salad is, and it does have those like maraschino cherries in it. So it's not, I mean, it's true oil, but I'm not sure like for my scent preferences how it goes. I can say though that all of the scents are really strong. Having just gotten them today, I'm really super surprised. I was really impressed with the packaging. I was really impressed with the communication. I'm really excited to try these. I am going to try and convince myself not to purchase anymore until I try them. But, you know, based on what I've seen right now, I think I definitely would consider a repurchase if the performance is good, because the scents are really nice, and the experience so far has been really nice. So if you guys got anything from this pre-order, let me know. I do think, like I said, that there's a restock coming next week, and so be on the lookout for her scents. I have been seeing like she's pouring some shapes and things, and so I'm not sure if those are like for samples or if she's going to kind of branch out and do like not just scoopable. Like I said, I'm a new customer, so I'm not sure if that was kind of her business model before, or if she's trying some new things. But I would definitely, based on my experience so far, recommend her to give her a try. And so if you guys got something, or if you know a little bit and want to give me some pointers, let me know. These I think are about 8 ounces. And so normally in my melters, I put between a half an ounce and an ounce of wax, just depending on like what the shape is and what the vendor is and what the scent is. So, I mean, technically if I was putting like an ounce of wax, this would be 8 melts, or half an ounce would be 16 melts. But I have found just kind of like 1 scoop, just like a little, you know, spoon of scoopable wax is fine, which could easily, you know, get me the 16 melts, or even more maybe. Yeah, it's a really good bargain. So anyways, talk to y'all later. Bye y'all.